Tampa Bay Lightning owner and chair Jeff Vinik made a name for himself tripling clients' money as a hedge fund manager at Fidelity. Now, his latest bet is on esports. He just joined fellow team owners Peter Guber and Ted Leonis as co-executive chairman of the investment group Axiomatic. More commonly, esports takes the form of organized multiplayer video game competitions, and Vinik joins alongside Axiomatic investors including Magic Johnson, Steve Case, and Tony Robbins. Bloomberg's Vinik spoke to Vinik about the potential for the industry.
It's a very young industry and a rapidly growing industry. If you count the revenues of the game publishers, who certainly are very in good shape within the industry, you're talking many billions of dollars. There's also opportunities in sponsorship, of buying elements during the games, in media, etc. And revenues there, I believe, are approaching $1 billion or more. If you look at the amount of money, though, for the 200, actually now about 300 million people worldwide who are playing esports, $1 billion divided by 300 million is about $3 per participant in esports. If you look at an NBA fan or an NFL fan or an NHL fan, it's 10 times as much. So we may not get to that level, but we think there's multiples of upside from where we are right now in terms of generating revenue in the industry.
Jeff, you're clearly a massive sports fan. Obviously, the owner of the ice hockey team, the Tampa Bay Lightning, you know, minority owner even of Boston teams. I won't go into specifics. But I'm just wondering, are you concerned that this kind of sporting event and this watching of other people playing sports, that it's a little bit like what Guitar Hero is to playing guitar, for example, that it's taking away from sports, it's cannibalizing the real thing?
No, I'm not concerned about that. And if you actually look at the typical esports player or esports visitor or watcher, a very different profile that you see in traditional sports. This is generally in esports a market that the whole world of sports had not been tapping into previously. When we do our research on these people, and you know, we're talking about generally a demographic that's really right where you want to be in terms of it's probably 70% male, 21 to 35 years old, college educated, above average income. This is a great demographic. Many of these millennials and younger people hadn't actually been traditional sports followers. So we think both have great outlooks. I mean, sports is fantastic. It's one of the few places these days where you can convene communities and show it on TV and other media live. That doesn't exist anywhere else. And esports, you talk to those involved, etc. This thing has legs, and it's going places.